Hello everyone, welcome to Tasty in Situ. Today we make taushe, mian taushe. We're going to be using numerous vegetables to make this. As you can see, I have some tomatoes, bell pepper. I'm going to swap that green bell pepper for reds, 2 reds. I have shallots, onions. We're going to be using squash for our pumpkin. And then we have groundnut powder, crayfish, fish, palm oil, blanched spinach, and we'll be using chicken. A handful of ingredients, but also good when put together. You can see already taking the chicken apart and cutting it into manageable bite sizes. And to that, I'm going to cut an onion, chop an onion and add to it. And so to a clean pot, we have the following ingredients. We have the chicken, all chopped up. The onions goes in. We add 2 bouillon cubes. We add a teaspoon of salt. And then we cover and allow the chicken to cook in its own juices for a while. One of the ingredients we're going to be using is a squash. It will serve as a thickening agent for the soup. And so what we do is we cut the squash, and then you could use something like a paring knife to peel out the edge, chop it into smaller pieces, and we boil. We boil until the squash is soft. So this is all you do. Put it in some water and cook. I opened up some more of the squash. You could see that it has some seeds in there. You could just take out the seeds with a spoon. With the seeds, you could roast them. I tried this one time and it was very nice. You just wash the seeds, put them in the oven for a little bit, put some oil, put some salt and some other dry spices, leave it in there, and when it comes out, it's a very, very nice snack. For now, we're going to use this squash as our thickener for the soup. A good wash and onto the stove. I'm putting in roughly 2 to 3 cups of water to cook. Of note, I'm using just half of that squash to make this dish. A quick peek at our chicken to see how it's doing. It's cooking very nicely. You mix in all the ingredients. Took a second peek and here you can see it boiling. The chicken I'm using for this dish is a hen. The hens are a little bit tougher than the other kind of chicken that you see in the grocery store, so it takes a while to cook, and so sometimes you need to add some more water just to soften the chicken for a little bit. Roughly 45 minutes to 1 hour, depending on how soft you want your chicken, is just fine. Our next ingredient is 2 packs of spinach that I'm going to blanch. I already have it blanched, but I just wanted to quickly show you the process of blanching. So first of all, you have very hot water boiling, enough hot water to cover like 2 packs of this spinach. Since it is a lot of spinach, we're going to empty everything into a big pot, and then we pour the hot water, very, very hot water, on the spinach. And here is the hot water on the spinach. You can already see the spinach begin to wilt just as the hot water is being poured on it. You mix it up real good so that every leaf gets some of it. And here we go with the wilting. You could leave this on here for a couple of minutes. I left it on for roughly 2-3 minutes. One of the methods you could use is strain this off and then you pour your spinach into an ice bath to stop the cooking process. But for me, I drained it off, gave it a cold water bath to stop that cooking process, and it was just fine. Here I am just draining off the excess water and the spinach is ready. I swapped the green bell pepper for 2 red bell peppers. The green and red bell pepper bring a lot of flavor to the dish. I just wanted the red for flavor and for color. For the vegetables, we'll be de-seeding the bell peppers, taking out the seeds. And for the Roma tomatoes, we're just squeezing it out, squeeze out the pulp, and the seeds and the excess water in there is eliminated. With the excess water removed from the Roma tomato, it cuts the cooking time significantly. Everything heads into the blender and we blend. You could make your paste very smooth, or you could make it just a little bit rough. That is 1 cup of water I just added in there. And that is just about it with our vegetables. In there we have onions, bell peppers, shallots and everything. Now a quick look into our squash. It's ready, and we're also going to blend the squash. You could use the water in there to blend the squash. I did, and I found this was a little bit too thick for me, and I'm also adding 1 cup of water. Has to have a runny consistency. This soup is usually nice when it's just a little bit runny, and so this is the consistency that we want, right about there. Perfect. And so all this while we've been prepping our vegetables, the squash and the spinach, so we have everything ready. A huge shout out to all our new subscribers. Welcome, and to our existing subscribers, we are always so glad you're here to watch. Thank you. If you're joining us for the first time, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Back to cooking. We have 1 cup palm oil. As soon as it gets hot, we add the tomato puree. A pepper cube goes in, and we're going to leave it in there to fry for a little bit. A quick glimpse of all the ingredients that will be going in. Don't worry about it, I'll guide you step by step. I got your back. First, we have a 1/3 cup crayfish. Next, we have 1/2 cup fish. This is dry fish. Next, we have 1 tablespoon daddawa. This is a locust bean spice. And then we have 1 teaspoon of salt. Everything gets mixed in, and the frying and the reducing of the tomato paste, the tomato puree rather, continues. Our goal is to cook the tomato puree a little bit. And then we continue with a few more ingredients, like our chicken. Chicken is ready, it's sauced. And so we stew the chicken a little bit, allow it to cook for a little, and then we add the squash puree. This helps to thicken the soup. We also add the chicken broth, and at this point we allow everything to get mixed in. I'm using this peanut butter powder. I'm not going to use the 1/4 cup I have. I'm just going to pour in roughly about a full tablespoon, heaped tablespoon more like. This also adds to thickening the soup. And now you cover and allow everything to come together. There it is, looking gorgeous, bubbly. A good mix there. 2 bouillon cubes go in with salt to taste. And finally we get to add our chopped blanched spinach into the mix. And guys, here we are. Your mian taushe is ready. Mian taushe could be served with masa, could be served with fufu, could be served with any kind of swallow. It could be served with any kind of tuwo, tuwon dawa, tuwon shinkapa, perfect. Mian taushe could also be enjoyed just as is. Today I am serving mian taushe with sinasir. If you want the recipe for the sinasir, let me know in the comment section and let me know how yours turned out. Enjoy!